This video shows you how to support your child to count up to 10 objects reliably. To be able to do that, they need to know three things. They need to know the number sequence up to 10, so they're not going 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 3 like that. That they understand 1-1 correspondence, so they know when they point to an object or move it that they have to say the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And that they know the cardinal number. When they get to the last object, they stop counting, so they're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 like that. When you're practicing counting with your child, I would get a variety of different objects to keep them interested, and use objects that they're interested in. So if they like coins, have coins. If not, choose something else. I've got some wheels here. Children in my class like counting with those. Cubes. If your child likes trains, then get some trains and count with the trains. Felt tip pens, use those. You can count with almost anything. But I'm going to be using coins today. Now, if your child finds it difficult to say the sequence of numbers, you don't have to wait till you get home and you've got some things to count. As you're walking home, you could be counting the steps, so you could be walking and counting the steps, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then start again like that. If you've got stairs in your house or your flat, you could walk up the stairs and count those with them. A lot of parents get their child to practice counting by pointing at objects like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But unless your child can do that reliably, they need to take a step back. And what I get them to do is to move the objects as they're counting. So to go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once they've done that, they can check them. They've lined them up, check them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If they're just pointing, they're much more likely to go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're not showing that 1-1 correspondence. They're not pointing and counting at the same time: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. This method also helps to show your child the cardinal number. So they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they know to stop. If they're not doing that, I tell the child to stop. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I say stop. Remember, we stop when we get to the last object. If your child's finding that concept of moving the object and saying a number at the same time difficult, then what you could do is count with them. As they're moving the object, you say the number to support them with that. Try and avoid putting your hand over top of theirs and counting, because the evidence is that when you do that, your child just switches off and they're not thinking about what they're doing. I've been counting up to 10 with these, but it's important that you don't just always go up to 10. So sometimes you'll give them this many objects. You'll say how many are there. So they'll have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, or you might give them 8 and ask them to count those. Now your child might be able to count 10 objects by going like this and pointing, but if you give them more objects, they might struggle. They might only have that strategy of pointing to count, and they might not be able to do that, say up to 20 objects. So it's important that your child learns that technique of pointing and moving them as they're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You can move your child on by supporting them to recognise the numbers while they're learning to count as well. So they could be counting a number of objects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then ask them, can you find me the number 6 on the number line? If they don't know the number 6, then they can point and count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they found the number 6. If they're going like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, remind them they need to stop when they get to 6. And you can do that, support them like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stop. You've got to 6, so you stop. Once your child can count objects reliably by moving them, then you can move them on to counting them by pointing them, so moving from left to right or top to bottom, explaining how they can work systematically to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can get them doing larger numbers as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and you can use a number line going up to 20 to find that number 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But you have to get the basics first. You can also support your child to count objects that can't be moved, like the circles on a domino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. Another thing that the children in my class really like doing is counting coins. So I drop them in a jar or a cup and they count them. So we do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stop. And then they have a go themselves. They count them out, and then sometimes I go, shh, right, I want you to count in your head. I drop it in. How many have I got? I'll hide them, and they have to tell me. Then we can check and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more thing that you can do, you can get them to count the claps that you're making. So you clap. How many claps? Show me with your fingers. So there's lots of games that you can play to support your child to learn to count accurately.